When you think of greatness in the Bible, you probably don't picture someone who had it all figured out from the start. More often, it's about someone who was a bit of a mess until they found a purpose bigger than themselves. That brings us to Nehemiah. He wasn't a king, a giant slayer, or a miracle worker. He was a cupbearer. His job was to taste test wine for Artaxerxes, the King of Persia, to make sure it wasn't poisoned. It was a comfortable job, but not exactly a world-changing one. Then, one day in 444 BC, Nehemiah got some devastating news from home. The walls of Jerusalem were completely destroyed, and the people were living in shame and danger. Now, most people in his position would have felt bad for a minute, maybe sent a thinking of you card and gone back to their comfortable palace life. But not Nehemiah. The Bible says he wept and fasted for days, and then he did something incredibly brave. He went to the most powerful man on earth, King Artaxerxes, and asked for time off and a massive budget to go rebuild a broken-down city hundreds of miles away. And surprisingly, the king said yes. When Nehemiah got to Jerusalem, he didn't hold a press conference or make a grand speech. Instead, he took a secret ride around the city in the middle of the night to see the damage for himself. He did his homework. Greatness requires preparation. After assessing the situation, he gathered the people and gave them a simple, brilliant plan. Everyone builds the section of the wall right in front of their own house. It was genius. The priests started building, the goldsmiths started building, even the perfume makers and the daughters of local leaders picked up tools and got to work. They all had a personal stake in the project. Of course, it wasn't easy. Their enemies started mocking them, saying a fox could knock their wall down. When that didn't work, they threatened to attack. Nehemiah's response was legendary. He didn't stop the work. He told the builders to hold a trowel in one hand and a sword in the other. He said, "Do not be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and daughters, your wives and your homes." And you know what? They finished rebuilding the entire wall in just 52 days. It was a miracle of leadership and community effort. Nehemiah's greatness wasn't about his title. It was about his heart. He later became governor, but refused to take a salary because he didn't want to burden the very people he was there to help. He cared more about the wall and the people than his own status. The story of Nehemiah is a powerful reminder that you don't need a fancy title or a perfect resume to make a difference. You just need a heart that breaks for what S broken and a hand that S willing to start rebuilding. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more.